Hello, my name is Castillo. I'm in the 4th grade. I wanted to learn how Los Angeles began. Today, I'm taking a trip to the place where the town of Los Angeles got started. What were the people like? What was life like back then? And see what some places that are still here from a long time ago. Today, we're visiting El Pueblo de Los Angeles. This is the official name right here. It's a mouthful for me to say. Before the Pueblo was built, there were people already here. The Tongva people lived in the mountain, valleys, and shoreline of what we call Los Angeles today. About 5,000 people lived here in nearly 100 villages. Here's a map of different villages spread across the area. The larger villages are represented by larger orange circles. One of the larger villages was Yanga village. It was next to the river, right next to where the Pueblo is today. The Tongva people live peacefully together. I could only imagine what the area looked like before buildings and cars. Hills. Mountains. Trees. And a wide open view as far as your eyes can see. King Carlos III of Spain ordered the creation of pueblos, presidios, and missions in Alta California. The pueblos would provide support for the military that was protecting the New World for Spain. In 1781, 44 settlers and 4 soldiers left New Spain. Today we call it Mexico. The settlers traveled north. They stopped and settled in the area we know today as Los Angeles. This was near the Yanga village in the river. Over the years, the Pueblo grew. More people meant more buildings. Unfortunately, the Tongva people had suffered with the arrival of the new settlers. Missionaries from the church converted some of the Tongva people to their religion. But what these early photos and drawings don't show is that many of the native people suffered from diseases like smallpox that the settlers and the missionaries brought with them. It's a sad part of our history, but we must tell this part of the story too. Pueblo means town in Spanish. A lot of the Pueblo is still here today. It's not exactly like the way it was back then, but it's not hard to imagine a different time. You can visit and take a walk down the road known as Olvera Street. One of the places that you can see is Avila Adobe. It's a home that was built in 1818 by Francisco Avila. You can tell he must have been rich. He probably threw lots of parties. They will bring hot stones and keep the house warm in winter. Here's the kitchen. It's also the same place to take a bath. They had lots of fancy things. It's definitely different than most people back then. One important reason Mr. Avila came to the town on weekends is because he had to go to the church. This is a church today. It's not the same as when it was originally built. In fact, the church has been rebuilt 3 times. But it looks like the original cemetery is still there. Today, the Pueblo is different than it was originally founded. There's stores, shops, and other restaurants to see. But while everything changes, it's fun to imagine what it was like back then. Thank you for watching my video. Please leave a like and subscribe.